Durham or Raleigh? It is the Triangle's biggest debate. And if you're relocating to North Carolina, you've probably already started going down the rabbit hole on both. Hi, I'm Meagan Black with Triangle Home Sales, and I'm making things happen. I've helped a lot of buyers land in both cities, and today I'm going to give you my honest, practical breakdown so you can figure out which one actually fits your life. No fluff, no agenda, just real information. Let's go. Before we compare, let's establish what we're actually talking about. Raleigh is the state capital of North Carolina with a metro population pushing close to 1.5 million people. It is one of the fastest growing cities in the entire country, and it has been for over a decade. It is polished, well planned, and has a very strong corporate and government job base. Durham is a little bit smaller. It's about 300,000 people in the city, but it punches well above its weight. It's home to Duke University and Duke Health, which is one of the largest employers in the state. It's also anchored by Research Triangle Park, which it shares with Raleigh and Chapel Hill. Durham has a more grittier, more creative, kind of a more independent energy than Raleigh. A lot of people find that appealing. They're about 30 minutes apart on I-40. A lot of Triangle residents live in one area and work in another, so this isn't always an either-or decision, but for most buyers, where you plant your roots matter. First off, let's talk money, because this is usually where the conversation starts. Historically speaking, Durham has carried a lower price point than Raleigh, particularly in established neighborhoods closer to downtown. In Durham, you've been able to get more square footage and more character for your dollar than in comparable neighborhoods in Raleigh. Raleigh, especially in areas like North Hills and Midtown, has seen enormous price appreciation over the last several years as corporate relocations brought in new waves of residents. That said, both markets have moved significantly, and the gap is starting to narrow. The best thing you can do is work with a local agent who can pull current comps for the specific areas and price points you're targeting, because what was true 2 or 3 years ago may not be true today. I'm always happy to help you do that. Just book a strategy session with me using the link in the description. Now, both cities benefit from Research Triangle Park, which is one of the largest research and technology parks in the world. I'm talking IBM, Google, Epic Systems, Pfizer. These are the kind of names that call the Triangle home. Raleigh leans heavily into the state government, finance, and large corporate headquarters. If you work in those sectors, Raleigh is going to give you the largest concentration of employers. Durham, on the other hand, is home to Duke University and Duke Health Systems, which together represent a massive anchor for healthcare, biomedical research, and academia. Now, if you're working at RTP, either city is going to give you roughly comparable commute times. It really just comes down to the direction you're entering the park from. Now we're going to get to where the cities really do start to divide, and that's going to be the vibes. It's honestly the deciding factor for a lot of buyers I work with. Raleigh has a bigger city feel. It's more chain restaurants, more corporate development, more of the amenities you'd expect from a larger capital city. Downtown Raleigh has grown enormously. Fayetteville Street, the Warehouse District, Moore Square, it's a legitimate urban core. Hotels, nightlifes, and convention-level infrastructure. Durham has a different kind of energy. It's creative, independent. It's food-obsessed in the best kind of way. The James Beard Award-nominated restaurant scene here is genuinely world-class for a city of this size. The American Tobacco Campus is one of the most unique mixed-use developments in the Southeast. The Durham Bulls, the Art District, the local brewery culture, Durham has built an identity that is distinctly its own, and people who vibe with it tend to be extremely loyal to the city. If you want a polished, big city experience with maximum amenities and infrastructure, Raleigh's probably going to be your city. If you want character, culture, and a sense of a place that feels like it was built by the community rather than by a developer, then Durham tends to win those hearts. Now let's dive a little bit into schools. I want to be straightforward here. School district research is deeply personal, and I always encourage buyers to do your own due diligence based on your child's needs and priorities. What I can tell you is that both Durham Public Schools and Wake County Public Schools, which serves the Raleigh area, are large, diverse districts with a wide range of schools, magnet programs, and options. Both cities also have strong private school ecosystems. For school research, I always point my clients to the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction school report cards. You can find that at ncreportcards.nc.gov. That is the official state source and the most reliable starting point. I also recommend visiting the schools you're interested in. Talk to the parents in those communities and make decisions based on what you observe firsthand. So, which one is right for you? Choose Durham if you want character and culture over corporate polish. You work in healthcare or biotech or academia. If you care deeply about local food and the art scene, or you want a strong value and established walkable neighborhood. You may choose Raleigh if you work in government or finance or a large corporate environment. You may choose Raleigh if you want the biggest metro amenities and infrastructure. And honestly, if you're torn, spend a weekend in both. Walk downtown Durham on a Saturday night. Walk downtown Raleigh on a Saturday night. The city that feels more like home will usually make itself known pretty quickly. If you're still in the research phase right now and you want to talk through which part of the triangle makes the most amount of sense for your situation, I offer free strategy sessions, no obligation, just a real conversation. You can book it at the link in the description. If this video helped, hit subscribe. I post content every week covering what it's like really living, buying, and selling in Durham and all over the triangle. I'm Meagan Black with Triangle Home Sales, and I'll see you guys in the next one.